What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks MLB player props video. We're going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prize Picks. As always, if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks, would highly recommend you do so. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitching outs, pitcher fantasy score, etc. Go and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer, and start winning some money over here on Prize Picks, guys. Yesterday we went 4-1. Unfortunately, Alek Manoah didn't quite come through for us, but we nailed the other 4. Hunter Green over strikeouts, Brandon Woodruff over fantasy score, Robbie Ray over fantasy score, and Tariq Skubal over fantasy score. So overall, another good day. We are on an 8-1 run and looking to keep it going today with actually 4 picks. I said 5. It's going to be a 4-pick video today, so we're going to be back to the 4 picks. Don't have a 5th one that I really wanted to go to with this one. So it's going to be 4 picks, but looking to keep it going. If you enjoy the content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. And if you are getting very serious about MLB DFS or Prize Picks, I do offer premium content packages. I would highly recommend them over here. Patreon.com/KJK_DFS. It's linked below in the description. I do offer a Prize Picks MLB package as well as a DraftKings FanDuel MLB package and an MLB combo package. If you do play DraftKings FanDuel and Prize Picks, you can get access to both at a discount. If you play DraftKings FanDuel MLB, I would highly recommend you check that out as well. I've got a lot of good stuff over there. Haven't been able to put out content every single day with so much other sports going on right now, but the premium content's being filled out every day, so that's well worth the investment. But let's talk about it. Let's go game by game as always. Figure out the top guys that we want to play. And the first game I want to talk about is the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. This game comes with an 8 over-under. I want to talk about Luis Severino taking on these Baltimore Orioles today. He is a 207 favorite. His team has a 4.73 implied run total, so the Yankees are expected to put up some runs here against Kyle Bradish tonight. And he's in a great spot taking on a Baltimore Orioles team that really is not the most talented lineup up and down. And I want to be targeting him. I like the over pitcher fantasy score for Luis Severino, over 31.5 here. Just reading some of these numbers as far as the Baltimore Orioles and their strikeout rates. There's definitely going to be strikeouts to be going around, but he doesn't exactly have the top case stuff in the world. But he is stretched out. I do expect him to go 6+ innings, get the win, pretty much everything you're looking for out of a pitcher. He has a 26.7% K rate overall with a 12.3 swinging strike rate. Good ground ball, fly ball stuff, good slugging stuff against righties. He does have some pretty dominant K stuff with a 34.7% K rate overall. 302 slugging, but against the lefties, he has really been struggling since returning over an 11 innings pitch sample size. Only an 11.8% strikeout rate, and he's giving up a 565 slugging. So the lefties have been kind of giving him trouble, but the righties he's been dominant against. And the fact of the matter is the Baltimore Orioles lineup is not good up and down, starting from the bottom up as far as the strikeout rates are concerned. Chris Elming's 40%, Baboom 32%, McKenna 38%, 24%, 28%, 25%. 17 and 16% are the only two that are below 20 in the lineup. That's Cedric Mullins and Anthony Santander at the top. But then Trey Mancini does strike out 23% of the time as well. And we talked about the strikeout stuff that Severino features against right-handed hitting. So I do prefer the pitcher fantasy score over the K prop just for that reason. Doesn't have the best K stuff against those lefties. He is a heavy favorite. And then lastly, what we're looking for to check off all the boxes as far as the pitcher fantasy score, we do want him to go 6+ innings. If at all possible, get the win and allow 3 earned runs or less. He's been up to 93 and 97 pitches the last 2 times out, so is starting to get fully stretched out compared to, only 83, 88, 77 pitches the time before. Has been able to get up in the high 90s, so we're finally starting to see him fully stretched out to be able to pitch deep into the ball game, get the win, get the strikeouts, everything that we're looking for that pitcher fantasy score. So that's going to be pick number 1 on the video, over 31.5 pitcher fantasy score for Luis Severino. Pick number 2, we're going to be heading on down to the Toronto Blue Jays, taking on the Seattle Mariners. We're going to be talking about Yusei Kikuchi. He is a 162 favorite here in Toronto, taking on a Seattle Mariners squad tonight. That is his former team. A little bit of a revenge narrative. And the fact of the matter is they don't really have the most talented lineup either. And once again, I want to be targeting him, looking at some of his statistics across the board as far as what he goes to. He has a 24.4% K rate overall. Really good ground ball, fly ball stuff. He is a sinker baller for the most part. He does give up hard contact. Decent strike rate overall. He's got a 23.8% K rate overall, a 26.2% K rate to lefties, 23.8% K rate to righties, I should say. Ground ball, fly ball stuff's really good, though. He does give up quite a bit of slugging to righties against lefties. Not a lot of slugging at all. But a decent enough K stuff to where he will rack up some Ks. I expect him to pitch deep into the ballgame once again, looking at his pitch count as far as how many pitches he's been throwing on a per-game basis here. I can see 89 last time out, 78 and 66 the 2 times before, but has shown the ability to be able to get up there to right around 90 pitches. A little bit scared about the K-prop for that reason. I mean, I just think that most likely he probably pitches more so efficiently deep into the ball game rather than racks up the Ks. I mean, the Ks are going to be kind of the bonus for getting some more fantasy points for us, but once again, similar to Severino, I don't want to rely on the Ks when he's a 162 favorite, and I expect him to get the win. And then when you're looking at Seattle, they do have quite a bit of strikeouts, especially towards the bottom of the order, starting from the bottom up as far as Cal Riley is concerned. 32%, 33%, 22, 23, 40, 34, 17% for J.P. Crawford, so he's a low strikeout guy. But then once you get past him, Julio Rodriguez, 36% of the time. Ty France and Adam Frazier at the top, both only 16% of the time. So the top of the lineup, some low strikeout guys, but then once you get down to the bottom, a ton of strikeouts to be had. So I do expect him to rack up some Ks once he gets down to the bottom of the lineup, which will help his pitcher fantasy score. And like I said, he does have really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, so I expect him to go deep in the ball game, get the win. I expect the Blue Jays to be able to get him some run support here. Everything adding up for him to have a good game as far as the pitcher fantasy score is concerned. I like the over 27.5 pitcher fantasy score for UC Kikuchi. That's going to be pick number 2. Pick number 3, we're going to be heading on down to the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Atlanta Braves. This game comes with a 7.5 over-under, and we have an elite strikeout guy in Freddie Peralta in this game, and I want to be targeting his strikeouts tonight. Looking at his stuff across the board, he has a 33.1% K rate overall, 14.2% swing strike rate. That's just elite stuff with only a 29% hard contact rate as well, but a 35.8% K rate to righties and a 30.6% K rate to lefties. So a 30+% K rate to both sides of the plate. Really, really good K stuff. He is stretched out as well. I do prefer the strikeouts though, just based on his opponent, the Atlanta Braves. There are quite a bit of strikeouts in their bats, but they do have some really talented power bats, so I could see them, possibly putting up some runs against him tonight, but he still gets his strikeouts, so I'd rather go with the strikeouts rather than the pitcher fantasy score. And looking at his last couple games, 96, 98 pitches respectively, 92 the time before, so he's getting up there in the mid to upper 90s every game. He's put up 7, 7, and 8 Ks the last 3 times. And that's what we're going to need from him tonight. I'd expect him to continue to be able to do so. Over here on Prizepicks, as far as his strikeouts prop, they've got him set at 6.5. So I do like the over 6.5 strikeouts for Freddie Peralta. And then lastly, just checking off the list as far as, the strikeout rates in these Atlanta Braves bats, starting from the bottom up. Dansby Swanson, 27%. Demerit, 21%. Duvall, 30%. Darno, 27%. Ozzie, 20%. 19%. 25%. 16% for Olsen. And then 25% for Acuna. So pretty much 20+% K rate for every single guy in the lineup outside of Matt Olson, who only has a 16% K rate. But fact of the matter is, that's just icing on the cake because Freddie Peralta can really strike out anyone. 14.2% swinging strike rate is elite stuff. Not many guys have that high of a number in the league. And definitely a really, really good strikeout pitcher that's in a good strikeout matchup. Not exactly the best matchup, like I said. I could see the Braves probably putting up some runs on him, maybe taking him deep a few times, putting up, 3 or 4 earned runs against him. But he still gets the strikeout. So I will be leaning towards the strikeouts, not the pitcher fantasy score for him. That's going to be pick number 3 on the video. And pick number 4, we're going to be heading on down to the LA Angels taking on the Texas Rangers. We're talking about Noah Syndergaard. He is a 140 favorite taking on this Texas Rangers squad tonight. Not exactly the highest strikeout rate guy, but he does have some pretty electric stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people think of Noah Syndergaard as a high strikeout guy because he throws like 97 miles an hour sinkers just straight in at you, right at you. He doesn't really fool around, but doesn't really strike out the most amount of guys. He only has an 18% K rate overall, but the ground ball, fly ball stuff is phenomenal. The hard contact stuff is phenomenal. 47.4% ground ball rate, 350 slugging to righties, and a 362 slugging to lefties. So you really can't ask for much better stuff across the board outside of the strikeouts. So I do expect him to pitch deep into this ball game and get the win here as a 140 favorite. And he's another guy that I do want to be targeting his pitcher fantasy score. And then lastly, as far as the pitch count, how stretched out he is, always important here as far as his pitch count the last couple times. 97 and 100 pitches the last 2 times. So he's definitely stretched out. He's gone 7 innings pitched, 5.1, 5.2. Obviously we're looking for him to go 6+ innings. Last time against Texas, he went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, got the win. So everything kind of adding up there for him. And he only went 82 pitches in that game. He wasn't stretched out nearly as much as he is now. That was his second time taking the hill. So didn't go quite as deep into that ballgame as I think he would have, if it was now. Instead of those 82 pitches, he probably going to go on 7, 8 innings, and that's kind of where he's at now. So I do want to be capitalizing on that and taking the over pitcher fantasy score, over 28.5 tonight for Noah Syndergaard as my final pick. And that's going to be my 4 picks for this video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Check out the premium content packages if you haven't checked those out already, link below in the description. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, go ahead and sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive that instant match deposit up to $100. Get that free money offer. Lock in these picks and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks, guys. So that's all from me in this one. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks picks tonight, and we will see you in the next one.